but we'll try to hit the start of it at 35, just like we did in the past. And I just want to get a seat of the pants meter feel for it. Here we go, 35 right now. Hey folks, I'm at the base of Heartbreak Hill, and if you look over there in the trees, you'll see two elk laying down. So we're down in this little park, and there behind the car is Heartbreak Hill. Now, for those just tuning into my channel for the first time, last year when this whole COVID thing started, everything was shut down, and I decided I was going to clean out my garage and find out if some of these old engines that I'd had laying around would still run or what kind of shape they were in. And I cobbled together a 1600 and I put it in the car. I took a little 1776 single port out that I had built the year before, and I put that 1600 in there and wanted to go for a drive. So it seemed like this time of year, and there's a lake at the top of that mountain, and so I headed up there to see if the ice was off and if there was any people up there fishing. So as I was going up the hill, it kept getting steeper and steeper, and I was in third gear, and the little engine was just doing pretty good, and I thought, I wonder if I could make it over the crest of this thing without downshifting. And it was so challenging. The RPM kept dropping and dropping and dropping, but I just barely made it over. So a couple days later, I got to thinking, you know, I wonder by comparison how a 1776 single port would do against a 1600 dual port. I hope I said that right. Anyhow, I went up there and I was totally shocked. It did the same thing. It ran the same way as that 1600. And I'd always heard over the years of how torquey those single port engines were. And I'd been driving around and happy as could be with it because I was driving alone and not with a group and had nothing to compare it to and was just doing most of my driving in town. All of these engines are great little engines, but I just happen to like a little bit more performance. And so during that event, I decided that I was going to rebuild a 2110 and use the original rotating parts, but add a bunch of accessories, new fan shroud, an alternator, distributor, different camshaft, all these things. And this is what I've come up with. I'm going to let you see the first attempt and I brought the dog along, and then I did some tuning on the engine, and I came up here by myself today. Kind of windy. I hope the microphone's not picking all of this up. But at any rate, let's get started with the actual hill attack. The attack on Heartbreak Hill. Here we go, 35 right now, kinda. I got her down hard. About 2,500. I was thinking it wouldn't be lower than that, but yeah, there's plenty there for sure. I just can't have the dog. I gotta be safe. And it's Easter as well. Now Not that that makes any difference to this thing, but yeah, it's been a noisy drive over here. Dog does not like it. It's a noisy car. Well, there's where we came up from. There's home down there. Hi, baby. Well, it's all private property, and I think the dog's kind of calmed down. So I think we'll go head back home. Kind of a beautiful Easter morning. I gotta say, I wasn't real impressed with the 2110 in its present form from past experience, let me put it that way. This is one heck of a hill, and we're probably at, oh, I don't know, 7,000 feet, something like that. But it's, I did it with the 1800 in it and the C25 cam, and that felt pretty strong. This cam, which is similar to a C25 or a Engel 100, it wants to, you can feel it pull. It's kind of flat at 2 and below 2, which is where my starting point is. In third gear at this altitude, and I would say that the dog is an exchange for the passenger seat, so there's a no difference in weight. But at 2500 it comes on. In the 1600, you were lucky just to make it to this point on the hill. This curve right here is the starting point of what I call Heartbreak Hill. And something I stumbled on myself coming up here to enjoy the view one day, and it was spring of last year, and I had the little 1600 engine in it, and I wanted to check out the lake. So yeah, that's how all this started, and then it became a comparison thing, and trying different engines, and kind of the seat of the pants dyno experiment, and it's fun. So we made it back home, and I got out my laser temp gun, and by golly, things look really good. Head temperature at the bale, 196, that ain't bad. Let's see. 188. That's really close to exhaust. That's a tough one to get. And it's even harder from this side. But I'll try to give you something to... Oh, now I can't see. Ah. I can't see the dot. What's the numbers? 194? I must have been on it. And it's the same on the other side. The oil sump temperature is 150, and the add-on 1.5 quart is 148. And this side of the block, 165. Did it wear you out? You can't even wag your tail. Man, she's done. Maybe I'll have a nap too. Well, here we are again, 2 days later. Did a lot of little tuning on the engine, and there's Heartbreak Hill. Okay, here we are. 2,000 RPM, 35 miles an hour. Give it some gas. It feels so good! Oh my goodness. Whew! I tell you, I get a little adrenaline rush. Yeah. Beautiful day for it. Left the dog home so I can be a little bit more focused about what I'm doing. More elk. Elk alert, elk alert. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. TheEZGZ out.